Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, today we're talking about Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin. The rest of the cryptos are under pressure. We're taking a dip, dive, and a slide downwards. Make sure you have your storm supplies ready. It's a stormy one out there. I'm seeing blood on the streets, blood on the field, soldiers killed in action out there. We still got a few good men and women here, Lady Plants here in the population of the chat box. John Xavier's here. The rest of the boomers are pouring in. This is a live stream preheating the crypto oven of 450 and beyond as the markets are under pressure this morning. We're seeing more northward movements. Southward movements. It's almost under 8,000. And I told you guys, be prepared. You never know. There has been a lot of bullish sentiments going into the end of the year. People saying it was going to kapump, but I told you guys, I expect things to close slightly under 10,000. We are experiencing this pressure, but I think we're going to see one last pump before the end of the year, but we're going to come up short of that 10K. That's my prediction personally. I'm not anybody's financial advisor, or maybe I should be your crypto daddy, but I'm not. So, make sure you do your own research. John says, where's Queen's Races? Maybe jumping into the box soon. I just started the live stream. We've been on for just a few minutes. So let's see who jumps into the population of the chat box. I love it when it backtraces, says Lady Plants. Yeah, if you're trying to accumulate the bits, this is not a bad thing for you guys. You have another opportunity to accumulate more under 10,000. I think that, everything under 10K looks okay. Although I did come across another article that's a little doomish. Bitcoin price predictions for the end of the 2020 year, saying that things are going to go downwards before they go back up, and they may not go up as much as some people expect. I want to show you guys that chart that I'm talking about. It's a little negative, but ultimately it puts us in the green. So it's not a doom at the ending. So the conclusion of that chart is ultimately positive. Where's Queen's Races, says Lady Plants. You should be pouring in any moment now. Again, we've been on for only 2.5 minutes. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice here, your favorite YouTubers. Kapump the like button. Touch all the buttons for me. Sub, like, subscribe, post notification, ding, ding. Viewership is up. Even though I'm doing less videos, viewership is up. I'm getting more watch time, more views. Though the subscribers, they keep going. I think that, I haven't seen the subs grow in over a year. We still get plenty of viewership, but we've arguably been shadow banned by the cucks over there at YouTube, and it's all good. But I'm happy to report that I'm in the green here with more views and watch time minutes this year. What up, champ, says Ty City. I see you, Ty. Good morning. Mike Toth says hi. How you doing, Mike? Mike is from Slovakia, right? I want to make sure I remember that. Lady Plants says, I'm the cheapest beach on the blockchain. I'm buying the sale. Shout out to Lady Plants. She's looking for a crypto hubby out there that's hodling. Shout out to Johnson. He says, what's going on? Shout out to all the boomers. We're just getting started. I've only been on for about 3 minutes. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ether are under pressure. The rest of the cryptos are under fire. It's a bloodbath out there. We only have a few good men and women here in the population of the chat box. On my day one boomers, very little newbies. And I like that right now that we only have our decorated crypto soldiers. If you're still in the crypto scene right now, as we're under pressure, as there's not much action going on, you're definitely a 5-star general boomer. Let me drop a bomb for all my listeners out there that are still rocking with me. Ty is waiting for 19-cent Ripple. You may get it. I mean, listen, everything's under fire right now. You may get the deals that you're expecting, and it's a good thing. I think that right now, as there's less light shining not every day, because we already passed the solstice or the equinox, or however you want to say that, but it's getting colder. Nights are shorter, nights are longer and days are shorter. So, we may be experiencing a little bit of frost out there, and then maybe things will swing back around once the sun starts shining at the end of the year. So that's what I'm expecting. Expect a closeout of around 94, 95. Maybe we reach 10.2, 10.4, but I think we're going to come up short. And like Ty and some other boomers here in the population have expressed in prior live streams, I think that we're priced in for the halvening here. Okay, I'm going to show you a chart that talks about this halvening, and we may come up short. Ultimately, it will go back up, though, says the chart. Shout out to John. Shout out to Ty, Lady Plants, Ganji, Johnson, Michael Toth out there in Slovakia. Let me go ahead and turn off those coins and share my display. You can see things are going downwards right now. We're 80.93 on the bits from an all-time high today of 81.97 down to 80.93. Queen's Races just jumped into the box with an emoji. I see that the super chat allows emojis now. What's that? A little dog or a little cat? A little beaver? A little squirrel? I don't know, but he's got the thumbs up. Let me drop a bomb for Queens. Boom. A couple coins off the ceiling, a couple dollars off the ceiling. I appreciate it, guys. Follow Queens Races' lead. Drop a little super chat if you're getting some value from the stream. If you're a broke boomer, okay, which you shouldn't be if you're tuning into the champion, go ahead and share this on your social media feeds. Let the world know that you're booming with Champagne and the rest of the pumpers here in the population of the chat box. It's a fox. All right, a squirrel. Yeah, I was thrown off there. It's a little fox. Shout out to the fox there in the super chat. Thank you, Queens. Thank you so much. He threw me $2 there. And good morning to you, champers and the boomers. Good morning to Queens. Kaboom to the champ and all the maniacs. Shout out to Main Event. He could be a fox out the foxhole. Yeah, okay, that was my bad. I kind of sounded a little retarded there. I'm calling it a squirrel. Anyway, shout out to the Bitcoin foxes out there. Johnson's here. Lady Plants is here. Queens is here. Satoshi, he says kaboom. Ty is here. The rest of the boomers. We're under pressure. I will tell you guys what I expect. I told you, be ready. Be ready. That's why I'm not popping up on you guys every single day, because it's kind of boring out there. I'm going to be honest with you. And there has not been any new developments. And I will expect us to go maybe even a little lower into the $7,000, maybe even the $6,000 range before we have one last nice kapump before the end of the year, which could put us back between 9 and 10,000. I doubt that we will go over 10, although there's a small possibility that still could happen. Waiting for next year for the pump, and I think that we're already priced in with the halvening. We may fall short of that all-time high, but ultimately I think we're taking it over 10K. Let me show you this article here over there on tradingview.com. I have it linked down below. This is a Bitcoin price prediction. But before we do that, let me go ahead and run down the CMC, look at the prices here on coinmarketcap.com, and then we'll talk about that price prediction. Let me hit refresh here. We got Bitcoin there at 81.82, looking better than this chart over here on Bitstamp. Let me switch it over to Coinbase, though, because I think more boomers are on Coinbase than they are on Bitstamp. Maybe I'm wrong, but same chart, but 80.90. And you can see it's a little more healthy there on CoinMarketCap, being that this averages out all the prices across all exchanges reporting. Ether there at 176, Ripple at 25 cents. You got Ty waiting for a 19. It's down 3%. Everything's under fire. And I'm not going to be picking up any Ripple. I'm picking up more Bitcoin, if anything. I've been consolidating some of the altcoins back into Bitcoin. But what's interesting to me is that this Bitcoin dominance has not changed much. It's 66.1%. I would expect, as the price of Bitcoin goes down in a day like today, for the price of for the Bitcoin dominance to consolidate and actually increase. Okay, but it's not happening, which leads me to believe that much of the movements that we could be seeing here on the markets are because of institution rather than, your layman or your normal crypto maniac hodling, or perhaps consolidating back into Bitcoin. Okay, so it's just interesting that this dominance hasn't changed much. Before, when you see large price movements, usually that dominance changes, but we've been stuck at like 66, 67%. And at one point we were like slightly over 70, but not for long. Make more bags, dollar bags on the downs than the ups, says Lady Plants. A lot, if you're playing the markets right and you're shorting and, you're doing those day trader movements, you could make money on the downside. I'm not one that does that, but I've seen others be successful. Johnson's here. Main Event says Bitcoin is still up 100% since start of the year. I'll take it. Absolutely. It's still outperforming most of the rest of the assets out there. You could see, let's look at the 1 year to date chart for Bitcoin. So there's the year to date. If you've been in the game just since since March, you could see that we started the year at 3,000. We dipped as low as like almost 3 flat, and things started picking up by April. By April we went back up to 44,000, almost 5,000, and then we had a major pump. This was a nice pump back to 13.8 in June. When this pump happened, a lot of the boomers got excited, and they hyped me up as well. And I was expecting us to maybe touch all-time highs like many of the boomers in the populations were, but that lasted for about a week or two, and then I snapped out of it, and I went back to my original price predictions. We're going to be trading slightly under 10,000 by the end of the year. You can see we're leveling off. The chart still looks healthy, so anybody complaining out there, anybody being negative out there, look at this chart and let me know. It still looks like it's an upward movement, although we may see some downward pressure. Okay, we're seeing it right now, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it after I run down these prices. Litecoin at 55 bucks. Let me look how it at the price of Litecoin compared to Bitcoin. 0.0068. We're hard pressed to see this thing going over a 0.00 back to 0.007, which I'm so glad. I told you I dumped some over 0.007, and I'm feeling good. Obviously made the right move. EOS there at 313. Binance under 20 bucks, looking good at 1874. Satoshi Vision at 109. I don't understand how this coin's still around. Stellar there at 6 cents. Tron at 1 cent. Cardano at 4 cents. Usually I see it at 3 cents, but it's interesting to see Cardano there at 4. Monero under pressure as well at 59 bucks, almost 60 bucks. Monero is basically the price of Litecoin. The way things are looking at it, I probably feel better holding Monero than Litecoin. You can tell me, why would you get a Litecoin when you can get a Monero? Somebody answer that question for me. Why would you buy Litecoin right now when you can get Monero for about the same price? Let me know why. This is after someone said that there was a hack on the Monero website, being able to steal something. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard some sort of negative news on one of the headlines. So look out for that. I haven't been frequenting any Monero website. I've been hodling just a few. I got Monero under the pillow. Nothing big, although I should increase the position from maybe a nickel to a dime or a couple dimes. I got a feeling there won't be another tether pump. Says Ty, maybe you're right. Champ, it's been hard to watch your streams at work. There's no reception over here, but yeah, market has been boring. Yeah, Queens, you know the deal. I'm still popping up on you guys, and I will. I'm not going to abandon you boomers. I'm here. I'm just, if there's not much going on, I'm not going to repeat the same thing every time. I'll pop up on you guys when I feel the need to. Shout out to Queens, Lady Plants, Johnson, Cackery, Main Event, and the rest of the boomers. Main Event making a point. It's up 100% since the start of the year. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm completely with you. So this price at 8,000 is looking sexy. BlockFi just hit me up with an ad via the Brave browser. I'm receiving BAT tokens for clicking on the ad. You could do the same by downloading the Brave browser that via the link that I have down below. If you do it with that link and you install it and leave it installed for 30 days, they shoot me $5 in BAT. Okay, so just to be transparent, what's Monero's all-time high? I think it's like $400. Lady Plants. You could always check out all-time highs of any coin on this website, athcoinindex.com. And there it is. ATH Coin Index. It shows the all-time high. So you look at Monero here, number 13. You can see an all-time high of $542 back in January of 2018. So it's been 679 days since Monero's all-time high. Similar to Bitcoin, it's been about 700 days since its all-time high. Yeah, so you could check out this website, ATH Coin Index, to see the all-time highs and the percentage since the all-time high. And you can see all coins are down. All of them are down, almost 90%, with the exception of Bitcoin. The coins that have retained their value the most this year, one of the top performers has been Chainlink. Huobi did very well this year. Cosmos, Binance, of course. And then you got Bitcoin that's held its value 58% since its all-time high. Another coin that's done pretty well, that's been around for a while. You got these other tokens like Chainlink. It's been 142 days since its all-time high. And of course, it's performed better than Bitcoin this year. But Bitcoin's been around, and it's still up here on the charts. It's still competing with other coins, and it's been 700 days since its all-time high. Another one that has hung around since its all-time high many days. It's something like Huobi. You know, Huobi's been around. It's only lost 44% since its all-time high 531 days ago. You know, another one to note is, you know, Paxos did pretty well. But that's a stable coin, so I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at any of these stable coins. So, you know, the first one on this this list is Link. It's probably the best performer this year, but it's been 142 days since its all-time high. So this one is not as mature as other tokens. So, you know, something like OKB is a lot more mature. And besides OKB and Huobi, it looks like Bitcoin is the number one gunner. Shout out to Ethone. I see you out there. Tether 132. Wow. Yeah. At one point, Tether was all-time high at 132, and then True USD at one point went $1.62. So let's check out this article here. Bitcoin price prediction in 2020, BTC and big channel. So this gentleman over here, Mr. Moiseev Yuri, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I have it linked down below so you guys can check out this chart. You could see he's expecting a retracement, you know, from an all-time high. You can see, friends, please at first support this idea with your like and comment. Okay, reasons. Price is in a big downward channel. You could see right here we are in a downward channel somewhat. Key level is 2,000. He's expecting an 85% correction. And basing this on, you could see the price corrected itself here on A, and then we're top of B. He's expecting it to touch C, which will be $2,000. So the first pump that we had this year all the way up to, well, this is not this year, the original pump of Bitcoin to its all-time high, then a retracement, 85% correction, but down to a low of 3,000. Then we saw another high this year to 13.8. He's expecting another 85% correction before we swing back northwards. That would put Bitcoin at a price of about $2,000 before it starts going northward again, and then cracking this channel above 8,000. But you know what's interesting here is that this is a very bearish prediction. This would put Bitcoin at a low at the price halvening, and won't have the price increase till after the halvening sometime in 2020, and then it would still be short about 10,000. So put us back where we're at right now. You know, I don't know if I agree with this. I'll be honest with you. I could see the price going southwards more, and I could see us going even into the $6,000 range. But I have strong doubts that it will go below 5,000 and close to 2,000. I mean, that's a lot lower. The fact that it didn't go back to 2,000 after basically dumping from an all-time high of 20,000, you know, basically this low point, this A point right here, the fact that, you know, I think this is pretty much rock bottom, you know, 3,000, I can see it maybe going to 3,000, but you know, it's something to consider. Again, the reasons are 85% correction, his key level is 2,000, and then wave B, 85 correction, like wave A, it's coincide with the bottom part of the downward channel, which we just explained. And always do your own research then, you know. So if you like this idea, for you could see this happening, check this out. It's just interesting to me how this gentleman saying, you know, we'll retrace 85%, just like this point here. Lady Plants will get a couple Monerets. All right, she's got Zcash. Yeah, Zcash seems cool. 2K really. Yeah, this with this price prediction, I don't believe it. You know, I can see us going lower, but I don't know about 2,000. But ultimately, this gentleman says it's going to go down, but you could see at the end, the conclusion of this chart is up. So, you know, even someone being negative saying 2,000, even this gentleman that's saying that things are going southwards, he expected to go back up after that. Ty says if Bitcoin hits 2K, it will be a novelty. At that point, miners would have shut down at 4,500. Yeah, I doubt it will go that low. But, you know, the possibility of, you know, hitting this range, you know, 5,000, maybe 4,000, it's still on the books. But, you know, if Bitcoin hits 2K, see that in dreams, says Johnson. So it looks like the majority of the boomers here in the box, including myself, do not entirely agree with this chart. Now, but what I do agree with is a movement downwards before we see a northward movement, an upwards movement. So we're going to see things going down, and you can see we're here right now in November range. So, you know, things could go down perhaps. I don't know. I mean, I don't see things going any lower than previous lows, 3,000. So maybe at this price here, maybe that, you know, this area right here where it kind of traded sideways above 5,000, around 5,000 to 6,000. I think maybe we can hit this range again. Satoshi says miners won't shut down. They'll keep stacking the sats until it goes back up. He's a miner himself. Okay. Thanks for letting us know there. Yeah, I wouldn't expect everybody to shut down. ETH1, I said ETHone. Yeah, it's ETH1, 6,400. It could be. Yeah, it's a possibility. And if it does touch that low, I think it would only be for a limited time. Just like we touched 7,000 for a limited time there, and we quickly bounce back to the $9,000 range. If we see more negative pressure, same thing could happen. We could hit a low of maybe like 5,000 or 6,000 and bounce back up to 7,000 or 8,000. Let's go ahead and look at the 1 month chart. And the big question is, are we headed back to this range where we traded sideways at 74 for some time, and then we pumped one of the largest pumps in Bitcoin history from 74 to 10.5. So, you know, could we be headed back to this range, 74? That's definitely the next support line. Look out for it. We're at 81.15 right now. Queen says he thinks the lowest will be about 6 to 5,000, but I want to see where it goes if we break under 79. Yeah, there's support there at 74. So right now, you know, the support here that I see is at 74 right here. Back in, you know, about the 23rd, 24th of October. Let me look at the 3 month chart. Yeah, that's the lowest point it's been at in the past 3 months. So, you know, look at this price and keep an eye on it. Johnson says if Bitcoin hits 5K, even Bitcoin won't take much to pump back. No, I agree. Oh my God, y'all getting me excited talking all this sales talk. You know it. Shout out to Lady Plants. Shout out to Johnson Kakery, Queen's Races, and the rest of the boomer. Satoshi Nakamoto, our little cousin himself, is here in the box playing Santa Claus this winter. Shout out to Satoshi. Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin under pressure. Let's look at these prices here on CoinMarketCap again. How's Ether looking against Bitcoin? Let me look at this chart. This chart's better. So let's go ETH BTC. I still believe in ETH. ETH is all right. You know, the chart for ETH is not looking bad. Let's look at the 1 month. Even the 1 month is looking good. Look at this 1 month chart on ETH. It's a steady rise. So comparing it against Bitcoin, it looks good. So those holding ETH bags, ETH, the 3 month chart looks favorable. So ETH is looking good. I've said this before. I think ETH is here to stay. There is a place for decentralized finance. And I think, you know, we'll be seeing that field grow. And then let me look at Litecoin. Is it as favorable as ETH nowadays? No, Litecoin's all over the place. It's basically sideways here. Yeah, guys, I'm upset with Litecoin. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad that I dumped above 0.007, but there it is. You know, 0.0068, not looking good. So, you know, ETH is looking all right compared to Bitcoin these past 3 months. Shout out to my Ethers. Let's see what other coins are doing well. Zen. I haven't looked at that coin in a while. And of course, DAI is up. And then Vibes, virtual reality coin. That was in our community portfolio for some time there, but we dumped that back. Shout out to the 17 crypto maniacs watching. Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin under pressure. I expect things to go downwards. Not as much as this article that I shared, expecting an 85% correction from our all-time high this year at 13.8, which could put us at 2,000, says this chart. I doubt it. I'm looking at more like a low of perhaps 5,000 to 6,000, somewhere around here. I would say this area, you know, 63, you know, about 6. So yeah, let's call it 6. I don't even think things are going to go under 6. But if we do hit those lows, expect a little spring right back up, back to the $8,000-9,000 range, where ultimately I believe that we will trade under 10K by the end, by close of this year, and it'll take till next year as we approach the springtime for the price to increase. But ultimately, I think we're going to fall short of all-time highs. This price, this halvening's priced in, and I've said 16,000 to 22,000 for the halvening. But I mean, the way it's looking, I may have to adjust that and say, maybe even, 13 to 18. I don't know. Let's see. ETH1 says, yeah, exactly. No lower than 6K. Yeah, I think 6K is the bottom. But, we have another low. Ultimately, the lowest low here is 3,000. Okay. I don't know where this guy's pulling his 2,000. Well, I do know where he's pulling that $2,000 price out of. It's that 85% correction. But I don't know. I don't think so. It didn't pump as much, so I don't expect it to correct as much. I think we went to 3K last time because too much fear, but I do what I know and remember is, but what I do know and remember is we had a Black Friday sale on Bitcoin price last year, so hopefully we get that again. Yeah, last year was quiet, and it was really 2017 that pumped the game up here. Like last year around December, look at that. We were in December, January. Last year things were really looking bleak. November things started dumping. So will we see similar movements now, like a dump? How, last year we saw dumps in November. We didn't see things start moving upwards till April. So from November, things started going downwards all the way till April. We didn't see a nice green candle. They started creeping up in February, but we didn't see that move until April, really. So will a similar pattern occur? Will things start going downwards now in November, in December, January, before things start moving up around maybe February, March? Ty said, did you get any kava? No, I haven't even looked into it since you mentioned it, but it did look attractive. But right now, when things are in, bloodbath out there, I'm not doing anything crazy. So I probably wouldn't get into that at this moment, even though maybe it's a good opportunity. But, if you've been following the champ I'm a little conservative when it comes to altcoins. But I did like that kava coin though, Ty. Thanks for bringing it up. Right now is saving and positioning time and sell when the FOMO maniacs come along, 5x and more gains. There you got it. Just know, manage your expectations. Know when your ins and your outs are, or how long are you willing to hodl for? Some people, they say hodl, but hodl till when? Okay. And how long? Some people are here to hodl 5-10 years, and that's good. And, I'm with you guys. And there's others that are here just to hodl for the halvening or a year or two. So, find out what your plan is and stick to a plan. But yeah, Queens, I think that we went to 3K last time because of too much fear. That's what I mean. Like, I don't expect things to correct 85% because things didn't pump as much as they did in 2017. So a bigger correction with a bigger pump. So if things corrected 85% last time, maybe things will correct, like 65 or 60% this time, which could put us, maybe, 3,000-4,000, but I still doubt it. I think that, 6K is the bottom. Shout out to Lucian. I see you. Guys, caress all the buttons. We got 13 crypto maniacs watching. We've been on for 28 minutes. I'm sharing this price prediction that I don't entirely agree with, but I do agree with the fact that things are going to go down before they go back up after the new year. Yeah, this prediction goes all the way to June or May of 2021 there, Queens. Again, I don't agree with this chart, but I agree that things will go down before they go back up. So get ready for that and have a plan. Have a plan. If you're looking to accumulate more, have a plan of where you want to start accumulating. Right now is not a bad time, in my opinion. We're back here to the Bitcoin charts. Here's the 1 day. And it's looking nice that we're going back up here. We kind of touched the bottom. What is it? 79.89, and then we're going back up. So that's nice. On that note, I'll take a few more comments and questions. I just wanted to share that chart, chime in with you guys after, took a few days break. As, things are a little boring. Things are a little boring out here. There's no crazy stories out there, any news that's really catching my attention. Things are happening exactly as I expected, which is good. Sometimes, no crazy news and not a bunch of movement is a good thing. A guy called Crypto Mike said me today to buy Ripple as much as I can. He think it's the future coin. I run so fast to buy, I ended up buying more bad. Yeah, I mean, listen, don't take anybody's advice online, including myself. Listen to everybody's opinion and ultimately formulate your own. But I'm not excited about Ripple. But you may want to holler at Ty. He's excited about it. On that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give a few more seconds here for some comments and questions. I'm going to go ahead and land this plane, skip the runway, go straight to the tarmac. Shout out to my crypto licensed drivers, my crypto aviators out there. Still looking for that curve. Even if you're high up there, 35,000 feet, tell me if you see a curve out there. I've been trying to find them. These videos they're getting to me, boomers. I'm trying to find the curve out there. I'm trying to find the curve. I thought it was easy to disprove, but the more you look into it, the harder it is to disprove. We'll have to probably do a whole nother stream on all that. I'm still looking into it. Shout out to Lady Plants, ETH1, Thai City, Queens Races, and the rest of the boomers. On that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tune down. I'll be back tomorrow or sometime soon. But either way, make sure that you hit the sub and look out for us, because chances are you're not going to be getting any post notifications. On that note, guys, stay strong out there. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.